सहनौ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर, चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर, पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन, पल पल राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर, चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर, प्रात समय की शुभ वेला में, संध्या समय की पुलकित रजनी, रोम रोम से निकले तेरे, राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर, चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर, गहरा सागर टूटी नैया, जीवन तरणी राम खेवैया, पार करेंगे राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर, चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर, सार तत्व की खोज किए जा, प्रेम सरस रस रोज पिए जा, पार करेंगे राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर। चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर। पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन। राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर। चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर। चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर। ओम नमो नारायणाय। 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 सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Let us chant from verse number 18, page number 49. Upayam Naradah praha chittadosha nivrittaye yudhishthiraya prageva tam smarami cha shreyase asankalpanjayet kamam krodham kama vivarjanāt arthanarthikṣaya lobham Bhayam tattvāvamarśanāt ānvīkṣikyā śokamohau dambham mahadupāsaya yogantarāyānmaunena himsām kāyādyanīhaya kripaya bhūtajam dukkham Daivam jahyat samadhina atmajam yoga viryena nidram sattva nishevaya rajastamascha sattvena sattvam chopashamena cha etat sarvam gurau bhaktya Purusho hyanjasa jaye. So yesterday that verse number 18, I chanted it different way because I was following the old book. So in the new book, meaning is the same, everything is same. Upayam Naradah praha. Narada said, told what upayam, the means for what? Chitta dosha nivrittaye, for the purification of mind. Whom did Narada say? Yudhishthiraya praha. Naradji told to Yudhishthira. Prageva. So all this, whatever we are discussing, it has been discussed already in our scriptures. There is nothing new. Tam smarami cha shreyase. For my own good, I remember. So the meaning is the same. There is no difference. There is some change in the verse. Right. So yesterday we had seen asankalpat jayet kamam. Winning over desire by non-entertainment of fanciful desires. Krodham kama vivarjanāt. Winning over anger. How? Anger is always associated with some kind of attachment, some kind of insistence, some kind of intense desire. So when that desire is obstructed, then it becomes krodham. We discussed that also yesterday. Artha anartha ikṣaya lobham. Greed has to be overcome by seeing the calamity of having it too much, whatever the greed may be. Generally, it is the greed for wealth. That also we discussed. Now the next one. What is the next one? Bhayam tattvāvamarśanāt. How to win over Bhayam. So the next one also we will take it together. You see, page number 60. ānvīkṣikyā śokamohau. These three we will take together because the solution is the same. Bhayam, śokam, moham. So how to win over Bhayam? tattvāvamarśanāt. Paying attention to tattvam, truth. Bhayam should be conquered by paying attention to truth. And how to win over śoka and moha? ānvīkṣikyā. What is ānvīkṣikyā? Anu iksha. Iksha means seeing. Anu, constantly. Constantly seeing what? Again, the truth. So the solution, tattvāvamarśanam and ānvīkṣanam, both are actually same only. pay attention to the truth, hold on to the truth, then you will be able to overcome Bhayam, śokam, moham. Actually, all the three are connected. So, what is the first thing which comes? First comes moha, delusion. What is delusion? What is not there, you see. What is there, you don't see. That is called as moha, delusion. There is another meaning of moha also. What is moha? Attachment is also called moha. Extreme infatuation. But that infatuation also comes from this moha only. Really speaking, moha means delusion. But because delusion leads to infatuation, many times in rudhi means in in common parlance, common usage, moha has taken the meaning of attachment, intense attachment. So the first one that comes is delusion. Out of delusion comes intense attachment. So what is the best example? The best example is our own attachment with the body. Where is it coming from? Attachment with the body? Ignorance. I don't know who I am, so therefore I misunderstand myself to be the body. This is the first step, delusion. I think I am the body. This is the starting point. And then, what is the next step? Now, I love to be existent. I want to live. I want to exist. This desire is there. Where is the desire coming from? Existence is my nature. I don't know that. So then, the desire for existence is there. So therefore, I try to preserve this body. I'm extremely attached to this body because I think body's existence is my existence. So therefore, I become extremely attached. So that moha comes, infatuation. What comes after? Now, protecting this body, as far as this world is concerned, there are very many situations where the body is under threat. There is a possibility that this body may not survive. It can be disease, it can be accidents, it can be so many calamities. So then comes, what comes after that? Bhayam, fear of death. Fear of death. So fear of death comes from where? Attachment with the body. You can't get rid of fear by eliminating. What is that? You can't get rid of fear by continuing your attachment with the body. This is the point. Many times we say fearless people and all that. I heard one talk about, General Manekshaw. I don't know whether you are aware of. He was only two field marshals we have in Indian Army. One is General Manekshaw. He says there is nobody who has no fear of death. Even the most brave soldier also is scared only. It is true. As long as attachment with the body is, there will be fear of death. You can't avoid it. Because nobody wants to be non-existent. Bhayam will be there. And now when we get some disease which is incurable, what happens? It becomes śokam, sorrow. When I am in a helpless condition, I know I am going to die, no medicine, no doctor is going to save me, then there is a dejection that is called as śokam. So, moha, bhaya, śoka, they are all connected. I desire something intensely, that is moha. There is a fear of losing it, Bhaya. I lost it, śoka. It can be with near and dear ones also. The first thing is attachment with the body. Then related to the body, we have near and dear ones, family members, etc. Fear of losing them, Bhaya. Where is it coming from? Moha, intense attachment. Without this person, my life is incomplete. This person is my life. I can't even think of without this person. That is called as moha. And when something happens to that person, Bhaya. And when that really happens, that person is separated from me, śoka. So they are all connected. So therefore, solution also has to be one. Expression. Now remember, these are all expressions of desires. Where is all this coming from? Desire. That is a central one. Wherever there is desire, there will be Bhaya, fear, there will be śoka, there will be moha. Why are we discussing all this? Why are we discussing all this? Remember that cycle. First, I keep things, beings separate from me, give reality to them. Then, if it is giving joy, I get attached to them. What is the cycle? Karma, karma phala, sukha dukkha, then ragadvesha, then ragadvesha prerita karma. Action, results, then joy, sorrow, then attachment, likes, dislikes, then actions based on likes and dislikes. So this vicious cycle has to be broken. What is the only way to break this cycle? Stop desiring. End all unwanted negative desires. One question was, Swamiji, all desires should be eliminated. Then the desire for satsang, desire for meditation. No. We are talking of all negative desires which pull us down. Which bind us. So we are talking of negative desires only, always. Not to desire to eat and drink and all that. They are the needs of the body. See, what disturbs the mind is not food and drink. What disturbs the mind is the negative desires. Okay. So Bhaya, śoka, moha, they are connected. What is the only way to end these three? Tattvāvamarśanāt. Pay attention to reality. Problem was created by moha. What is moha? Delusion. What is delusion? Paying attention to that which is not and ignoring that which is. So this created the problem. So what should be the solution? Pay attention to what is. Hold on to that. That is called as tattvāvamarśanāt. Avamarśanam means fixing the mind upon tattvam. That is called as tattvāvamarśanāt. Hold on to that. So how to get rid of this fear of death? Hold on to the tattvam. What is the tattvam? So this is what we have to do at the seat of meditation. So when the mind is purified, when we sit at the seat of meditation, we will find one entity which is pure consciousness, which we clearly, intuitively feel that it has nothing to do with the body. If the mind is pure, this experience will happen. When you are sitting, you know that there is something in me which has nothing to do with this body, which is just a witness, which is just a presence. That presence is called tattvam, or God, or pure consciousness, whatever you may say. So at the seat of meditation, if the mind is relatively silent, not 100%, at that time you can feel a presence. And that consciousness has nothing to do with the body. You intuitively know it. Because I have been going through all these various stages, childhood, teenage, adulthood, old age, but this presence was always the same. Intuitively you know it. And that is the true self. So what has to be done? This experience of holding on to it should be repeated. Make it a habit to hold on to that reality. As you are holding on to that reality, there is something which you will automatically do. What is that? Detaching from the body. You see, when you are interacting with the world, you automatically get attached to the body because interaction with the world necessarily demands identification with the body. But at the seat of meditation, you don't have to identify with the body. Remain in that state of consciousness, state of witness. Remain there. Continue that experience as much as possible. This is called as tattvāvamarśanāt. Hold on to it. Lengthen that experience. Educate the mind with that experience. And as you are going through that experience, tell this mind, oh mind, this is your true nature. Mind is educated through experience. Not just by data, not just by information. Information is good in the beginning, but then the final education comes with experience only. This is called as nididhyasanam. Shravanam, you get data, you get information. Mananam, doubts are cleared. But it is only nididhyasanam, you give the experiential knowledge to the mind. Make the mind experience consciousness. This is called as educating the mind. And when this happens for a long time, again and again, every day, now and then, when this slowly, the mind is educated. What is education? I am not the body, I am consciousness. Once this education has come, once this identification has become firm with consciousness, after that, bodily affliction will not affect you. Because deep down you know that I have an existence separate from the body. This is the way to make yourself, fearless. As long as this is not done, fear will not go. See, nowadays there are so many video games, So you are a soldier. You have this command to shoot bullets and all that. Oh, I don't know. It is called PUBG or something. I don't know. I only heard. I have not played. So you are a soldier. Then there is a place where terrorists are there. Terrorist camp. And you have to go and attack them. But then they will also fire at you. And then you go and attack and kill those terrorists. Now you have no problem in killing and attacking. Why? Because you know that it is just a real field. I will not go. As far as the game is concerned, I have no fear. Why there is no fear? Because that entity which I am identified with, that soldier which I see on the screen, I know that it is not me. So even if that fellow dies, I know my existence continues. Isn't it? Therefore there is no fear. Same thing is with this. I don't have fear whether my shadow will disappear or not. Why? Because there is no identification. Wherever there is identification, there will be fear. So the whole point of coming out of this fear of death is shift your identification from the body to consciousness. Make it a habit. That's why regular meditation is necessary. Educate the mind with repeated experience of identification with consciousness. Nididhyasana means repeated practice. And slowly, a new knowledge sinks in the mind. This knowledge is called Brahmakara Vritti. You must have heard this. Very famous term it is. Brahmakara Vritti. It's a vritti, a thought in the mind that I am Brahman. Mind is educated. Brahmakara Vritti. In the language of devotion, it will be different. It will be Ishvara Smarana. At the back of the mind, I know God is with me. Actually, they are same. Only language is different. One is the language of devotion, other is the language of knowledge. So when this comes, all these disappear. Bhayam goes away. Attachment with the body itself is expressing as attachment with the near and dear ones. It is just overflowing of bodily attachment. If I am attached to the body, anything associated with the body, I will be attached. Exactly like a magnet is there. You keep an iron piece is stuck to magnet. That iron piece will also behave like a magnet. That iron piece also will start attracting. It is the same thing. I am attached to this body. My magnetic field starts expressing through the body. So anything related to the body, there is attachment. My children, my grandchildren, house, car, whatever. So if I can break this attachment with the body, what will happen? All the other attachment will automatically drop off. Swamiji, I don't want to get detached from my grandchildren. So you don't have to detach. It is only to know. As far as your behavior is concerned, they will think that you are attached, but deep down you are detached. Detachment is not something to be shown externally, it is something to be known internally. Detachment is never something to be shown. You behave with others as though you are totally attached to them, and that is what they need also. They will also be happy. But deep down, Padma Patramiva Ambhasa, like the lotus leaf, unaffected by water. This is wisdom. Because many times people misunderstand spirituality. They think spirituality is detachment. And so physically they practice detachment. Internally they are fully attached. And then relationship is spoiled. And then all the others say that this fellow went to spiritual class, that is why he has become like this. So blame is for spiritual knowledge. So spiritual maturity is not showing detachment. Right. So then what happens? Śoka, moha, bhaya, all this will vanish. This is the only way, there is no other way. What is the way? tattvāvamarśanāt, ānvīkṣikyā. Iksha means seeing. Anu, constantly. Constantly seeing the truth. Never forgetting the truth. Truth will never give you sorrow. It is only the illusion which gives us sorrow. Truth will never give you fear. That's how Bhagavad Gita starts. Ashocyananva shocastvam prajñāvādanscha bhāshase gatāsūn agatāsūnscha na anushocanti panditaha. Panditaha na anushocanti. Bhagavad Gita starts with this. Wise people never grieve. Sorrow can never come to a person of knowledge. That's how it starts. So therefore, nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate satah, ubhayorapi drishtontaha, tu anayos tattva Darshibihi. Tattvadarshis, they are very clear. There are two things. What is that? Nasato vidyate bhavaha. Asatah bhavaha na vidyate. That which is unreal don't exist. Nasato vidyate bhavaha. Na bhavo vidyate satah. The real never become non-existent. So real is always existing. Non-real never existed. Then where is the question of sorrow? And that reality is me. So all sorrows are born from our ignoring the reality. So what's the cause of sorrow? Self-ignorance. Okay. ānvīkṣikyā śokamohau. What is the next one? Dambham mahat upāsaya. Dambham. A sense of self-importance. I am a great man. Self-made man. What is the way? Mahat upāsaya. Go to some great person, serve that person. You see, there is a psychology. What is the psychology? In the presence of a happy person, you become happy. In the presence of a miserable fellow, you run away from there because unknowingly you also become miserable. Correct? In the presence of an egoistic person, you tend to become egoistic because that person is boasting and you feel small, so you also start becoming big. What do? I am such and such. Oh, you are such and such. What do you do? I am also such and such person. All the good things you tell. All the bad things you hide. In the presence of an egoistic person, the tendency is to boast the ego. Boast oneself. So if this is the logic, if I want to drop the ego, where should I go? Mahat upāsaya. Go to people who are really great but very humble. Mahat upāsaya. Serve them. In the presence of egoless person, automatically you become egoless. In fact, you feel ashamed. This person has achieved such heights and still he is not showing off. I have little and I am showing off. You feel ashamed. This is what happens to Pujya Gurudev in the beginning. As Balakrishna Menon, he was an atheist, a journalist, a chain smoker. Oh, these Swamis, useless fellows. I will expose them. No point in exposing some useless Swamis. I will catch the biggest one. Swami Shivanji Maharaj of Divine Life Society. Very famous at that time in the Himalayas. He went there to take an interview. He was a journalist. So he thought, I will write a letter. I will write an article in the newspaper. But when he went there, Shivanji Maharaj is like a lion. He felt he's a rat. Early morning, everybody has to get up at 4 o'clock, Brahma Muhurtam. There is meditation, there is satsang, there is yoga, pranayama, classes, spiritual classes. And everybody is busy serving others. Selfless seva. Ashram is bubbling with activity. He was the only one with that beedi. An embodiment of knowledge, devotion, compassion, joy. Every moment thinking how I can serve others. What are the different ways I can serve others? Gurudev felt, compared to this person, I am a nobody. He felt ashamed that I have come to expose this person. In fact, I have to learn from this person. That's when the transformation happened.
I should also become somebody like him. This desire comes when you are in the company of Mahatmas. So he wanted to study scriptures. Swami Shivanji sent him to Taponji Maharaj, another lion. Here is a person who can just look at the clouds and go into samadhi. Some birds chirping there, this person has lost body consciousness. Anything in nature, bas, he is just waiting to enter into that God intoxicated state. Highly great scholar. Embodiment of love, devotion, knowledge, wisdom, and behaving like a small child as though I don't know anything. So just imagine when we are in the presence of such Mahatmas, we become so small. Here is a person who is seeing God in everything, and here am I seeing everything other than God. You see, there's a time when you start feeling, that mumukshutvam is kindled. All this doesn't happen just by reading some books. When you are in the presence of a living saint, that's why in Narada Bhakti Sutra say it is a very, very rare thing to be in the company of Mahatmas. And if you have come in the company, transformation is guaranteed. As long as you are remaining with that Mahatma. Either you will run away. Your own impure mind, your own ego can't stand it, and you will find fault with this Mahatma and run away from there. But if you are staying with that Mahatma, transformation is guaranteed. Dambham is punctured. So beautifully said. Dambham mahat upasaya. Be in the company of such people. Serve them. That is the way for easy purification. But remember, even to understand a Mahatma, you need some purity. Otherwise, my own colored mind will see imperfection in that Mahatma also. That imperfection is actually my imperfection. I think it is his imperfection. Gurudev himself, when he later on became a great saint and all that, there were people who got repelled because he was taking that, snuff. He had this, because he had some medical issues. There was no medicine. So this snuff was clearing the nose passages and all that. Many people, they thought, this person who is taking snuff, what spirituality he can teach us. Gone. Who is a loser? Isn't it? So Gurudev used to mockingly tell them. So somebody asked, Swamiji, why do you use this snuff? So Gurudev said, you have reached up to this level, congrats, now try to reach here. Our own negativity prevents our progress, our evolution. Golden chance we get, but then our own negative mind, finding fault with others, we lose a golden opportunity. Okay. Dambham mahat upasaya. What is the next one? Yogantarayan maunena. Yes. Obstacles in yoga. Obstacles in meditation. Yoga means what? Trying to unite with God. So at the seat of meditation, there are so many obstacles which you will encounter. So what is the way in which you can overcome these obstacles? Maunena. Silence of the mind. Every chattering of the mind is an indication of some impurity. If you are not able to remain in maunam, there is some defect. try to find out what that defect is. So, analyzing your chattering of the mind itself is a way out to end that chattering. Always remember this. Entry door itself is the exit door. Find out why the mind is chattering. It can teach you something. How do I know what vasanas I am suffering from? Observe the chattering of the mind. Like the physicians, especially the Ayurvedic physicians, they just see the nadi and find out what roga you have, what disease you have. Because there is a pulse rate of a healthy person. The moment you deviate from health, the pulse reflects. You should know how to. The beating, the duration, the nature of beating. And then you know, okay. Experts, they just tell you exactly what your problem is. In the same way, observe the chattering of the mind. Angry mind has a different chattering. Jealous mind has a different chattering. Different weaknesses of the mind express in different ways. The disturbance also is different. Everything is a disturbance, but there are different flavors to the disturbance of mind. All disturbances are not similar. The disturbance due to jealousy, it has a separate flavor. Disturbance due to hatred has got a separate flavor. Find out what flavor is. Find out where is the source. Find out where you are going wrong. So constantly when you correct yourselves, the whole spiritual path is self-reformation. Externally there may be some people who are triggering these negativities. Don't try to change that person, because a negative mind will say, change that person, then this will be solved. No. What will a true sadhaka do? That person is only bringing a negativity which is already there. He is just a nimitta matram. When you poke the wound with pus, pus will come out. Don't say it is a needle which has caused the pus. No. Pus is already there. Some person comes and the negativity comes. I will not talk to this person. This is where the worldly person will be. I will avoid this person. What will be a spiritual person do? No. I will ensure that this relationship is healthy. I will interact with this person and consciously see to it that I will love this person. A time should come when the presence or absence of that person doesn't disturb your state of mind. If you have achieved that, you have transcended that situation, you have learned your lesson. In this way, there are so many lessons given to us. So, Maunam is the test. At the seat of meditation, how quiet your mind is, peaceful your mind is. Peace means health. Disturbance means disease. How do you know you are physically healthy? There is no pain, isn't it? When there is no pain throughout your body, then the body is healthy. In the same way, how do you know your mind is healthy? When there is no pain in the mind. It is a silent mind. A doubt-free mind is silent. A desire-free mind is silent. A fear-free mind is silent. So therefore, the sign of a healthy mind is silence. So, yogantarayan maunena. Overcome all the obstacles at the seat of meditation in the path of yoga by observing your mauna content. So what is the proof that you are progressing in spirituality? Mauna content will increase. There is more and more peace. There is a causeless peace. You don't need a cause for peace. Peace is its nature. You need a cause for disturbance, but you don't need a cause for peace. Effortlessly, naturally, how much peace do you experience? This is how you overcome the obstacles of spiritual path. Okay, what is the next one? Himsam kayadi anihaya. The tendency to hurt others. Himsa. Violence. Kayadi. Kaya means body. Adi means etc. So what are the other things? Kayika, vachika, manasa. There is a tendency in me to hurt anyone who is opposed to me, who doesn't agree with me, who is trying to hurt me. There's a tendency. Animals, they will fight physically only, kaya. But as we grow more and more cultured, physically you may not fight. Then it comes verbally. Okay, sharp words, hurting words, they are all himsa only. Even further when you evolve, words are sweet, but mentally cursing is there. Okay, this is also a test of our evolution. Are we physical, verbal, or mental? You have to observe ourselves. Those who are physical, they are at a very low level. Those who are verbal, it's better. If you can control your speech, great achievement. But our journey is not over there. Mind. Anihaya, controlling it. Himsa should not happen at the mind level, speech level, or body level. If something hurting tendency is there, remember, any hurting tendency, it is a negative thought. When I am entertaining a negative thought, what is the message I am giving to the cosmos? I want a negative environment. So I will start attracting a negative environment. It's a cosmic law. As the demand, so the supply. Demand and supply go together. So when I am entertaining a negative thought and justifying it and not trying to remove it, I am sending the signal to the cosmos that I want it. I am asking for supply. I am demanding it. Then cosmos will supply. So bitter thoughts, negative thoughts slowly will form a negative environment. Just like when your child wants a toy, so then you give a toy. Mother and father, what do? Whatever the child asks, the mother and father does. Cosmos is also our father and mother. It's a mother nature. So therefore, any negative thought, immediately, what are the steps? Observe, detect, eliminate, substitute, strengthen. 5 steps. First of all, observe any negative thought, immediately detect it, eliminate it by replacing it with positive thoughts, good thoughts. If you do it, you are safe. But if you are careless, then this negative thought will definitely grossify itself in the form of words, in the form of actions, and then you will attract. See, we ourselves may not know that these negative thoughts are adjusting our facial muscles. If there is a bitterness, that bitterness will be expressed through the face, the other person will know that this person doesn't like me. You may not know. You see, as they say, no, the face is the mirror of the mind. Whatever is there in the mind, it will reflect upon your face. You may not know, but the other person will know. Because these muscles are designed in such a way that you can't hide it. So the best way is keep the mind pure, keep the mind clean. Love everyone from the depth of your heart. That also will be reflected. Himsam kayadi anihaya. Now the question is, how to get rid of this ill feeling? So that is the next one. Kripaya bhutajam dukkham. Bhutajam dukkham. So adi bhautika, adi daivika, adhyatmika tapa. That is how to handle them. That is what is discussed now. Bhutajam dukkham, adi bhautika. People around you, they are troubling you, giving sorrow to you. How to handle it? I understand that I should not be violent, I should not hurt them, fine, but how? Kripaya. Be compassionate. This is the way. Mahamantra of how to win over hatred, feeling towards others. Mahamantra it is. Compassion. Otherwise, how much ever I know that I should not be hurtful, I will become hurtful. This is a Mahamantra, Kripaya. You see, when a person is hurting me, automatic tendencies, I will dislike that person. Automatic tendencies, revenge. You should get it. If you have studied scriptures, you say, law of karma will teach you. You will take the name of law of karma, but actually it is bitterness only. Swamiji, I am not worried about that one. That person will get it. I am worried only about this. There is a way of taking revenge through scriptures also, you see. There is a joy. Law of karma will teach him a lesson. It's all bitterness only, nothing else. So how to come out of it? This is the way. Kripaya. This has to be trained. When somebody is hurtful to you, what are you seeing? This person has hurt me. You will be disturbed. So an egoistic person can never practice ahimsa. But suppose you are seeing the helplessness of that person. When that person is angry, he is shouting at you, abusing you. Suppose you are seeing how helpless that person is. Because you know yourself, whenever I get angry, my words are very hurtful. I don't have control over myself. I am helpless. So I have seen this in me, how helpless I am. So in the same way, that person is going through some bad times. He is not under, he has no control over himself. Out of his helplessness, he is behaving like this. Just like an intoxicated person, he is telling something, you understand, he is not in his senses. Or like a person who is sleeping, he kicks you, you don't feel bad. Because you know, he is not in his senses. In the same way, when we are under the attack of negative emotions, we have absolutely no control over our actions or words. Do you have the ability to see the helplessness of that person? If you can do it, hats off to you. Only an egoless person can do it. The ability to step out from me and to step in his shoes, that ability. That ability demands egolessness. An egoistic person is like a gravity. He's rooted in himself. He can't come out of himself. In order to see the other person's helplessness, you have to come out of yourself. Egoistic person cannot do that. That's why humility is the greatest virtue. One who has humility, he conquers all virtues. And when you see the helplessness of the other person, what happens to you automatically? Compassion comes. Poor man. Just like when you are walking, somebody pushes you from behind, you fall down, you look, and there's a blind person. So what happens to you? You see the helplessness of you are fallen, there is injury. But when you see that helplessness of that person, suddenly all anger goes away. Revenge, hurt feeling, everything goes away. You even help that person, isn't it? So this is the test of our spiritual progress. In the presence of a hurting person, am I truly able to forgive him? If I am not able to forgive him, I should be ashamed of my spiritual progress. And if you are able to forgive, how will I know whether I have truly forgiven or not? Yogantarayan maunena. Mind is peaceful. If you have truly forgiven, your mind will experience peace. You see? So this is true spiritual progress. Every time I'm looking at my mind, every situation I'm learning whether I'm progressing or not. My attention is not upon the person who is abusing me. My attention is upon mine. Am I able to forgive him? Egoistic person's attention is, what is he saying? Oh, how dare he say that? How dare you say that to me? Whereas spiritual person is, how am I? Am I reacting or am I responding? How much purity have I gained? Am I still finding fault with him? Shame on me. In spite of listening all this, nothing has happened. Heart is still impure. God, I deserve more suffering. Then progress is very fast. You see, all of us, we are going through the same situation. Some people convert bitter experiences and become better. Some become bitter through all this bitter experience. Situations are the same. See the difference. One evolves fast. The other is, forget about evolving, he is devolving only. What is the use of all this sadhana, all these prayers? There is only suffering for me. I don't think God exists. Goes further down. You see. Krupaya bhutajam dukkham. What is the next one? Daivam jahyat samadhina. Yes. Daivam means unpleasant situations in life which you can't avoid. Daivam means destiny actually. Unpleasant destiny is called Daivam. Situation which you can't change. It is painful. You are suffering. So what should be our attitude in such situation? Samadhina. Samadhina means equanimity of mind. It has nothing to do with samadhi of yoga. These terms are there. Depending upon the context, see how the meaning changes. Samadhina means being equanimous, not reacting to situation. To put in proper words, cheerful acceptance. That is called a samadhi here. Cheerful acceptance of choiceless situations. In this way, jahyat, conquer. How much of complaining and grumbling do I have in my life? that is a measure of my mental impurity. So what is the right way of keeping the mind quiet, peaceful? God, whatever you do, it is a right thing. Because you cannot make a mistake. You are omniscient. You are in the hearts of all. So therefore, whatever you are giving me, it is a right thing. Who am I to complain? With my little understanding, I may think that whatever is happening is not fair. But that is with my little understanding. You know everything. You know my past, present, everything. So therefore, if you have decided to give me this, that must be right. God, you are my well-wisher. Are you able to attain that equanimity amidst challenging situations? Many times suffering is necessary. Many times we ask, why is God giving so much of suffering? That is, suffering is necessary. We become better through suffering. It's a fact. When you suffer, you cannot be egoistic. You automatically become humble. Suffering makes you humble. Suffering makes you introspective. Suffering makes you a sweet person. And when you suffer, your heart melts when somebody else is suffering. Because you know what that person is going through. You see, you become sensitive. And also, suffering makes you understand the value of everything. Only a person who has suffered hunger will value food. Many times we ask, why is so much of war happening and God is not doing anything? War is necessary. The one who has gone through this war will understand the value of peace. That is the nature of the mind. Mind understands the value of a thing only in the absence of that thing. So many times all these sufferings are necessary. Peacelessness is necessary to understand the value of peace. So therefore, measured doses of suffering is given to all of us. Measured dose, that which we can handle. Only that much is given. He will not give just like that. Measured doses. Just like a doctor gives medicine. Measured dose. So, Daivam Jihyat Samadhina. Situations which you can't change, cheerfully accept them. Don't react. Then what is the next one? Atmajam Yoga Viryena. So see the three one. Bhutajam, Daivam, Atmajam. Adibhuta, Adidhaiva, Adhyatma. Three types of tapas, afflictions. Adhyatmika, Adidhaivika, Adibhautika. So Daivam means something which you can't control also. That also means phenomenal. Daivam. So Atmajam. So what is Atmajam now? Adhyatma. Atmajam. Jam means that which is born. Atma, oneself. So what are the things which is Atma here? Body, mind, intellect. Atmajam. How to win over the afflictions of BMI? Yoga Viryena. Virya means strength. By the strength of your yoga. So let us first talk about body. So physical problems, health issues. What is the way? So there yoga will mean yogasana. Okay. Yogasana and pranayama will give you a good physical health. Yoga Viryena. By the strength of yoga, win over health issues. But suppose you are old person. Yoga, pranayama and all will not do, Swamiji. Then yoga virya means what? Meditating upon the highest. Yoga means uniting. Yoga viryena. By the strength of your meditation, win over the sadness created by your physical disease, health. Body, it is there today, tomorrow it will go. How does it matter? I am pure consciousness. That is called as yoga virya then. So both meanings can be taken. So Sanskrit is a very strange language. Atmajam yoga viryena. So many ways you can interpret it. So depending upon the context, you will have to interpret. So Atmajam. So that is at the body level. Mind level. Sorrows at the mind level. See, there is a desire in all of us that I want to be loved. Emotion. This is the emotional need of every person. That's why we have the small dogs and all, cuddling dogs. This person has food, shelter, clothing, everything. What is the need of this dog? And remember, so much of money you have to spend. This fellow has to be taken to veterinary doctor. Hair has to be cut. Bath, walking. You can't go outside. Headache actually it is. And you are not getting anything from this fellow. But then people keep small, cutie dogs. Why? I want to be loved. Because this fellow will wag the tail and the best good morning you will get it from is this fellow. Not from your husband, wife or children. The fellow is so happy by seeing you early morning. Oh, and you are also happy. Oh, at least there is somebody who is loving me. The whole family environment changes with a small dog. Somebody told me, Swamiji, we have a dog. You know why? At least then the family members will come out of their room. Otherwise they are all in their room only. At least to pet this fellow they will come out. Anyway, the point is this. There is a need that I want to be loved. So Atmajam Yoga Viryena means what? When you connect to God, you experience infinite love from Him, unconditional love from Him. In spite of all my inefficiencies, defects, He loves. Because I am His child. When you start experiencing that love from Him, all your psychological needs are fulfilled. Then you will not crave love from the worldly things and beings. You are fulfilled. Then such a person is capable of giving love to others. See, only a person who has love can give love. First you must possess. So your heart is flooded with that divine love, then you are able to love everyone. Atmajam Yoga Viryena. So that is at the mind level. Then intellect level. Questions, confusions, doubts. Yoga Viryena. Connect to Him. All your doubts will go away. Why? The moment you turn your attention to consciousness, ego is dead, the questioner is dead. When the questioner himself is dead, who will ask question? Exactly like, in the dream I have so many questions, but when I wake up, what happens to those questions? Disappear. Why? Questioner, the dreamer, has gone. So at the intellect level, all questions are gone. All doubts are gone. Again, intellect has the desire to know. Once you know Him, you have known everything. Yet jnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. Knowing which, there is nothing else to be known. So at the intellectual level also. So Atmajam means what? Body, mind, intellect. What is the solution? Yoga Viryena. By the strength of your yoga, strength of your meditation, solve all your physical, psychological, intellectual, spiritual problems. Okay, then what? Nidram sattu nishevaya. Swamiji, my greatest problem is sleep. I have no interest, Swamiji, to live life also. When I get up, I am so sad early in the morning. I don't know what to do with my life. So, Nidra, Alasya, what is that? Pramadalasya nidra. These are all the expressions of a tamasic mind. First priority is nidra, sleep. Second priority is alasya, because I can't further sleep. What to do? Laziness. No interest in doing anything. Continue to lie down on the bed. But then I have to work. Pramada, carelessness. So this is the expression of a tamasic mind. So how to win over it? Whether the problem is a tamasic mind or a rajasic mind, solution is cultivate a sattvic mind. So see the next verse, verse number 22. Rajas tamascha sattvena. The best way to win over a tamasic mind is rajas. Be active. But the best way to win over rajas and tamas is sattva. How to cultivate a sattvic mind? The whole day must have sattvic activities. That is how it is. Train the mind to be sattvic. Get up early in the morning. First one. If you feel sleepy, go and take a bath. Then do some listening to the scriptures. Good thoughts, divine thoughts, sattvic thoughts. Listen to some talks. After that, again the mind is bored. Then start doing some yoga, pranayama, etc. There are so many ways, they are all sattvic ways. Or listen to some bhajans. Find out which really clicks in you. For different people, it will be different things. You can just go for a morning walk with some talks and all that. That is something else also. So body is also, you are doing some jogging, at the same time you are listening to talks. Sattva. Then throughout the day, ensure that all your transaction with the world is beautiful, selfless. Decisions are taken for the welfare of all. So throughout the day, if you train the mind to be sattvic, such a sattvic mind will not have tamasic and rajasic problems. This is the only way. Nitya sattvasto bhava. Every action, every decision, every situation, make it sattvic. A lot of sattvic activities must be there. And minimize all the tamasic activities. What are the tamasic activity? Drinks. Even by mistake, don't do all those things. Never give tamasic joy to the mind. Allow the mind to revel only in sattvic joys. Minimize all the rajasic joys also. Rajas tamascha sattvena. Okay, fine. Now I have a sattvic mind. After that, what has to be done? The purpose of sattvic mind is only one. What is a sattvic mind? A pure mind. Once the mind is relatively pure, sattvam cha upashamena cha. Silence that mind. How to silence the mind? Turn that pure mind to the self. Practice meditation. In fact, such a mind will automatically desire meditation. A sattvic mind is very easily able to connect to God. God is nothing but Ananda Sarupa. So every time your meditation is successful, you come back with a cheerful mind. So then that mind gets addicted to meditation. Because meditation means joy. Sattvam chopashamenacha. So remember that pole vault example. After climbing the pole, what are you supposed to do? Drop the pole. Cross. That is sattvam chopashamena. Once the mind is pure, turn the mind to the self. Once the mind is turned to the self, mind has absolutely no desire. Because the mind comes to know that there is nothing to desire. Happiness is my nature. Existence is my nature. Whatever I am craving, it is already there. Then what happens to the mind? Becomes silent. Silent mind is a wise mind because it knows that why am I unnecessarily chattering? Everything is already there. It becomes quiet. And when that mind becomes quiet, what happens to the world? Disappears. That is called a samadhi. I am already what I am seeking. I have nothing to get from the world. That mind becomes a silent mind. And when the mind becomes absolutely silent, there is no more need for projecting the world. Why this projection has begun? Because I wanted something from the world. That's why the cosmic mind has projected this world. Now the mind is educated. It says, I want nothing from the world. Atmanyeva atmana tushtaha. Such a mind becomes silence. The purpose of life is over. Etat sarvam gurau bhaktya purushaha hyanjasajet. All these obstacles, kamam, krodham, dambham, lobham, bhayam, śokamohau, himsa, bhaktya anjasa jayet. If you have this one thing in your life, you will get everything. Buy one, get all free. What is that one thing? Bhakti. Here it is said Guru Bhakti. Either Ishvara Bhakti or Guru Bhakti, both are one and the same. Because there is no person like Guru. Guru is a person who has effaced himself. So then what remains there? God. Guru and Ishvara, they are not two different things. Guru is a one person who has merged with Bhagavan. So, Bhagavad Bhakti, Ishvara Bhakti or Guru Bhakti, whatever. If you have this one thing, you get everything. Okay. So now, what should be what is the proof that we are progressing in this path? Verse number 23, page number 73. Upadeshamimam nityam vimrashami punah punah shamanam cha prapashyami malanam tu shanai shanaihi upadeshamimam nityam vimrashami punah punah shamanam cha prapashyami malanam tu shanai shanaihi. Upadesham imam, this advice given by Naradji to Yudhishthira. Vimrashami punah punah, I am constantly contemplating upon it, trying to live it, put it into practice. And then when I put it into practice, shamanam cha prapashyami, I can clearly see a difference. Mind is becoming more and more pure, more and more peaceful. Such a mind is naturally cheerful, joyful, effortlessly happy. I can see the change. Malanam shamanam shanaihi malanam shamanam prapashyami. Now the progress is not that one day, 2 days you just, No. Shanaihi. Go on practicing. As much as you can, go on practicing. Slowly. This will happen. How do I know whether I am progressing or not? So ask this question. How I was 5 years, 10 years back, how I am after going through. Do you see a change? You have to ask this yourself. Yes, lot of change. I can see a clear change. How I was, how terribly miserable I was. But now, I can see a change. Remember the FIR test. What's the FIR test? Frequency, intensity, recovery time. This is a test. How frequently I am disturbed? F. How intensely I am disturbed? I. How quickly I recover from that disturbance? So what should happen to FIR? As you progress, frequency comes down, intensity comes down, recovery time also comes down. Now, what is the attitude with which I must put forth sadhana? Next verse, verse number 24, page number 74. Ishvaranugrahadevam prasadena gurostatha kim na sadhyam maya loke nischintohamatodhuna Ishvaranugrahadevam prasadena gurostatha kim na sadhyam maya loke nischintohamatodhuna. Yes, Ishvara anugrahat, by the blessings of the Lord, Guroho prasadena, by the grace of Guru, kim na sadhyam maya loke, what is impossible for me? Therefore, nischintah aham ataha adhuna, I am completely free of all anxieties. By the grace of God, blessings of Guru, everything will be fine. He himself will give me the inspiration to work hard. He himself will purify the mind and he himself will liberate me. Why should I worry? My job is only one. Strive hard, invoking their grace and blessings. So this should be our attitude. Whatever progress you make, never say, I put forth effort and I made progress. Let that I go away. Bhagavan, by your kripa we are working hard. By your kripa, impurities are going. Give all credits to Bhagavan only as you are progressing. This should be the attitude. Never allow the ego to rise with your spiritual progress. This should be our attitude. Okay, how to inspire ourselves while working hard? Last verse, verse number 25, page 75. Prapsyami shighram manaso hi shuddham Lina swarupe bhavita cha buddhihi Pashyan nijananda swarupalokam Sukham charishyami sada vimuktaha Prapsyami shighram manaso hi shuddham Lina swarupe bhavita cha buddhihi Pashyan nijananda swarupalokam Sukham charishyami sada vimuktaham. Very soon, shighram Manasah shuddham prapsyami. Very soon mind is going to be pure because indications are very clear. Mind is becoming more and more pure. That itself shows that I am progressing in the right direction. So very soon mind will become absolutely pure. And then what will happen? Lina swarupe bhavita cha buddhihi. Buddhihi swarupe lina bhavita. Very soon in the future, my intellect, my mind will completely abide in my nature. Then what will be my experience? Pashyan nijananda swarupalokam. Then this world will no more be seen as something different from me. I will intuitively come to know, this world has no existence apart from me. It is my own expression, Nija Ananda Swarupa Lokam. This lokam, this world, is nothing but, it has no independent existence. It is existing in my own blissful self. Thus seeing, Sukham Charishyami Sada Vimuktaha. Thus I will be completely free from all bondages, all imperfection, and thus liberated, I will spend my rest of my life. You see where it started. Where did it start? First is seeing the world separate from me. Bhinna buddhi, sukha buddhi, satya buddhi, then sukha, dukkha, raga, dvesha, etc. Now the bhinna buddhi itself is not there. There is nothing other than me. then how will I ever get attached to something other than me? See where it started and where it ended. Problem was separation. That separation ends with right knowledge. That self alone is real, nothing else exists other than the true self. So this should be the goal of life. But where should we start? Purification. Get rid of all desires, negative desires, win over all negative emotions, cultivate more and more peace, and thus make the mind fit for the highest meditation. Turn the mind toward the self. Matter is over. So what is the purpose of life? Mind your own business. Don't try to improve the world. As Pujya Gurudev says, shut up and get out. Shut up the mind and get out of this birth-death cycle. So in this regard, sincerely I invoke God's grace and Pujya Gurudev's and Pujya Guruji's blessings. Right. बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा, बिना ये काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, काम क्रोध मद अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन, अहंकार है। काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल, काम क्रोध मद अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन, भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से, जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा, पहचानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा, ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं, बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा,
नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी। नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी। कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को, कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को। गुरु कृपा के बिना रे मनवा, गुरु दया के बिना रे मनवा। ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा, हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं। बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा। गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।